David Copperfield by Charles Dickens is a semi-autobiographical novel that recounts the life and growth of its protagonist, David Copperfield, from his troubled childhood to his eventual success as a writer. The novel explores themes of love, ambition, resilience, and personal transformation through a vivid cast of characters and a richly detailed narrative. The story begins with David's birth in England, shortly after the death of his father. His early years are filled with joy and security under the care of his loving mother, Clara, and their kind-hearted maid, Peggotty. However, this happiness is shattered when Clara marries the cruel and tyrannical Edward Murdstone. Mr. Murdstone, along with his equally cold sister, Jane, takes over the household, subjecting David to emotional and physical abuse. David is eventually sent away to a harsh boarding school, Salem House, where he befriends the charming but morally ambiguous James Steerforth and the loyal Tommy Traddles. After his mother's death, David's life takes a darker turn. Mr. Murdstone removes him from school and sends him to work in a dreary London factory, where he experiences the harsh realities of child labor. Despite these difficulties, David befriends the optimistic and generous Mr. Micawber, whose financial troubles provide moments of comic relief. Eventually, David decides to escape his bleak existence and seek refuge with his wealthy aunt, Betsy Trotwood. Aunt Betsy becomes a pivotal figure in David's life, offering him stability and encouraging his education. David's adolescence is marked by his pursuit of a career and his interactions with a range of compelling characters. He becomes a clerk in the office of the eccentric but kind-hearted lawyer, Mr. Wickfield. It is here that David meets Agnes Wickfield, Mr. Wickfield's virtuous daughter, who becomes his lifelong confidant and moral compass. Meanwhile, the villainous Uriah Heep, a clerk at the same firm, schemes to exploit Mr. Wickfield's weaknesses to gain control of his business and wealth. Uriah's sycophantic demeanor masks his deep-seated ambition and malice. As David matures, he navigates the complexities of love and relationships. He falls in love with Dora Spenlow, a beautiful but naive young woman, and marries her despite their incompatibilities. Their marriage is fraught with challenges, as Dora struggles with household responsibilities and David grapples with the realities of married life. Tragedy strikes when Dora dies prematurely, leaving David heartbroken but wiser. Parallel to David's personal struggles, the novel explores the lives of other characters. Emily, Peggotty's niece, is seduced and abandoned by Steerforth, leading to her disgrace and the heartbreak of her family. Her story is one of redemption, as she finds a new life abroad with the help of her steadfast uncle, Mr. Peggotty. Mr. Micawber, after years of financial instability, exposes Uriah Heep's fraud, leading to Heep's downfall and the restoration of Mr. Wickfield's honor. In the final stages of the novel, David achieves professional success as a writer and comes to terms with his past. He realizes his deep love for Agnes, who has always supported him unconditionally. Their eventual marriage brings a sense of fulfillment and closure to David's journey. The novel ends on a hopeful note, with David reflecting on his life and the lessons he has learned about perseverance, humility, and the importance of love and integrity. David Copperfield is not just a chronicle of one man's life, but also a vivid portrayal of Victorian society, highlighting issues such as class inequality, child labor, and the importance of personal virtue. Through its richly developed characters and intricate plot, the novel remains one of Dickens' most beloved and enduring works.